Welcome to Impact Houston Live. Issues, concern, what's new? Let's talk about it.
In the studio, Mr. Harrison Guy. I'm going to give a top-level introduction, and I'm going to let you take it from there because it's just, life is a work of art. You know what I'm saying? So this is Harrison Guy. He is the Director of Arts and Culture for the Fifth Ward Community Redevelopment Corporation. And our partnership is all around the Lyons Avenue Renaissance Festival, which is celebrating its 13th year, and KTSU is an official media partner. So the first time we're doing this partnership, Harrison, tell us who you are, what you're doing, and what we need to know about that Lyons Avenue Renaissance Festival.
For sure. Thank you so much for having me. So I'll also keep it high level because we're here to talk about the festival. But I'm Harrison Guy. I'm the Director of Arts and Culture for the Fifth Ward Cultural Arts District and the Fifth Ward Community Redevelopment Corporation. That means I get the awesome pleasure of representing the Fifth Ward community and reminding everybody how dope and awesome this community has always been, full of rich heritage and culture. I'm also the founder of Urban Souls Dance Company, so I'm a choreographer, and dance is what I do as my side gig. And so anything related to Black people and Black Houston is kind of what I like to really sink my teeth into. And so Fifth Ward was a great fit for me.
Yes, absolutely. So we know that this year the Fifth Ward celebrates 160 years. And this is a historic milestone. And why is the Lyons Avenue Renaissance Festival an important moment for the ward, but even the whole state?
Yeah, for sure. You know, turning 160 as a community is a huge milestone. Of course, that predates me. So I've been in the community only 6 years. But I can imagine, and anyone can imagine, what a community like Fifth Ward has been through in 160 years. So an opportunity to come together to remember everything it's been through, but to celebrate who's there right now and to also imagine what the community will be in the future. I think one day to take a Saturday to think about that is a great opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. And in your press release, you said something that really stood out to me. You said that this is a celebration of the soul of Fifth Ward. For those of who are listening, we have listeners from every four corners of the world. Unfamiliar with Fifth Ward, how would you describe that soul? Yeah,
that's a great question. So I think one of the obvious ones is the musical soul of the community. You know, Peacock Records, which was Motown before there was a Motown, was right on Lyons Avenue. You know, Club Matinee was on Lyons Avenue, which was our live music venue. Ray Charles met his wife there. You know, Little Richard got most of his touring band from Wheatley High School. Wheatley High School. I mean, that's period. You know, those three words, right? So I think the community is a very rich, like, creative community. But what I love about it is it just feels like a small town. You know, the people are amazing. And I don't think that's just a Fifth Ward story. I think that's a Houston story. Absolutely. Whenever people ask me, what do you love so much about Houston? You know, it's not, I don't have an attraction to name because you can go any given day to have fun anywhere. But I say, if you don't get a chance to talk to the people, you've missed the opportunity to get to know Houston. And I think that's the same thing about Fifth Ward. The people, Mickey Leland, Barbara Jordan. I mean, a community that can raise people like that. I mean, we're talking everything from politics to visual arts to, you know, can't get into the churches. You know what I mean? Like the gospel music legacy of it. And so it's long and long-standing, the heritage, politics. It really spreads the gambit. And so I think that that's representative probably of any Black community, but Fifth Ward is just really special.
That's awesome, and that's such a great foundation to set. So now let's segue into the actual festival. This year, the Lyons Avenue Renaissance Festival is celebrating 13 years. That is such a magical number. Talk us through the evolution of the Lyons Avenue Renaissance Festival.
For sure. So I think the kind of the spirit of it was the same in the beginning, right? A day to come together to do all the things that I named before. And I think the evolution, just like anything, is a good idea, and a great community just really took off. And so I think it evolved from one stage and a couple blocks to 4 stages. And now it is the biggest block party you've probably ever been to. And to think about the fact that you see, you know, 4 stages of entertainment, over 150 vendors. I mean, it's just amazing, and it's free. You know, so it has that kind of like homecoming. It has that what people backyard kind of cookout feel, but elevated. And so I think the evolution of it is, how do we give this community what it deserves? You know, it started out as a great idea, but when you ask the question, okay, now how do we make this what we deserve? That's where you take it to the highest level.
It's bigger than the block party that we used to have in South Park.
I've never attended it, but I'm gonna say yes.
I love that.
Sunday block parties.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's really grown, and I think that's indicative of the fact that we need these spaces to come together.
And it's also indicative of leadership.
Yeah.
So you can't just gloss over that point.
Yeah.
So having somebody in leadership that understands community and understands how to bring these things together is remarkable.
Yeah, and I think when communities like this, and I grew up in Lamarck, Texas, a small town, but feels like Fifth Ward, right? And something that, in addition to leadership, is you got to have imagination.
Yeah.
And Black people, sometimes we don't get a chance to sit and dream.
Yeah.
So we pull a community together every year. The community plans this festival. We meet every week about this festival for months, dreaming about stuff and convincing each other that these dreams are real, right? These can happen.
That's a very good point. We're not allowed to dream, but some of us do dream, but we don't know how to bring those dreams to fruition.
Yeah.
And you mentioned one important thing, the community, a team coming together to make that happen, brother. So,
Yeah, I remember the first year we said, I mean, the first time I went, because I went before I started working there as just a community member. It's when the Deluxe Theater first opened, and I went, and TSU was heavily involved at the time with the Deluxe Theater, so it was, TSU was all in through the festival that year. But even when I went just to experience it as a Houstonian, I was like, this is amazing, right? But when I sat in those meetings, I was like, what if we have a headliner? And everybody was like, no, I don't think we can have a headliner. I'm like, we don't have a headliner. So the first year, we just had Leela James, and she was the perfect fit for that community.
Yeah.
So always thinking about how you elevate but stay within the bounds of the community, right? And so then we had LaToya Luckett, right? And this year we have Cupid as our headliner. Yeah. So just like I said, just really thinking about asking the question, what do we deserve? What do we truly deserve to come out and see?
Yeah, and I love that you shared your first time experience. What should first timers this year go? What do they need to know?
You need to know that the festival is from 12 to 5, so it's a very fast, pace. What I love about it is you can come from, sometimes you can say, I'm going to stop by, I'm going to just kind of run through there and see what I can experience. But it's a festival that you can really come at 12 and stay to 5, going from stage to stage. Yeah. So you can just wonder about and see just about anything. I love that there's a gospel stage, right? Because oftentimes people of faith get left out of these types of things. You see Cupid as a headliner and you wonder, would I enjoy that? But a gospel stage all day, you can stay. The first year I went, I actually did stay at the gospel stage all year because that's what I wanted to experience that year. But it's something for everyone, kids. What I love most about this festival is it's also not only the fact that it's just free, but it's for the whole family. So there's the kids zone. There's the helicopter that drops the eggs, for the kids. But we've also thought about a cooling station for the elderly and shaded areas for the elderly. So you can bring your for me too. You can bring your whole family, right? We've really thought, and I heard you guys talking about the rodeo, which is a fantastic conversation. But really thinking about family friendly. And what does that really mean? Family friendly. Beyond what people have on, is it something for everybody to do? And so that's something I also love about the festival.
Yeah, when I think about this event, it's a celebration across generations.
Yes.
And I'm so looking forward to it. That a helicopter egg drop, what a novel idea. And I believe it's the largest in Houston.
It is. I think it's the largest we know of.
From helicopter.
Yes. And I mean, the first time I heard it in the meeting, I was like, what in the world? It just sounds so odd. I'm like, first of all, who, why, and where, what, all the questions, right? But when I saw it and the joy on these kids' faces, like I literally coined it as the best day ever for kids. It really is. And parents, they just run. We do have to hold the parents back. We're like, we know you didn't get to do this when you was little. You missed the opportunity. So sorry. Stay back.
I'm thinking I might be running after some eggs.
You got to do it at least once. Sorry, kids, I got to do it at least once. It is, but the joy. If you look on our social media, you see the video of it. Everyone just swarms to it. And something that's kind of cool this year is last year. My niece came and she was really little and she was so sad because she couldn't get. It's very chaotic because it's really a lot of energy. And she was like, I ain't get no eggs. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, next year we're gonna have just the traditional egg hunt next to it for not just. I was thinking about younger kids, but even people that might have disabilities or people that want to participate, and that's just way too much energy for them.
Right. You would see that with Uncle Marcus.
Okay, you gonna get us some eggs? Oh, yeah. See, you one of the ones that we have to call security on.
Oh man. So going back to what we said in the intro, this year you're also testing something new, which is a partnership with KTSA. KTSU. Here we have the media tagline, Elevate How You Radio. Shameless plug, I came up with that, but that's here nor there. Elevate How You Radio. How has this partnership elevated or amplified the Lyons Avenue Renaissance Festival so far? What feedback are you getting from your partnership, from your community constituents about this partnership? And are you seeing the alignment yourself?
Oh, man. You know, KTSU is like a mainstay. Like when we announced it, first of all, this was one of our dreams. We were like, we got to have a media partner. And, you know, a lot of people not really just sitting waiting to partner with a festival like this, you know, for a lot of reasons. But when I announced it in the community meeting, I mean, people gave a standing ovation. They were so excited about the partnership. This is the right one.
Yes.
If we're going to do one, this is the right one. And as I've met with the team and everything we talk about is just, this is the right one. You know, it's a HBCU. It has gospel. It has R&B. It literally has all the music that's going to be played that day. So it is a perfect fit.
Yeah.
And then everybody is excited about it. There are partnerships that are done because work made the partnerships happen. But there are partnerships that just feel right. And I think this one just feels right. And so I'm super excited, you know, about it. Yes, I've seen the alignment. I've seen the excitement. I listen on Sunday is my day to listen to KTSU because I'm a church boy. And so I would always listen on the membership drives. And I always love when people say, like, they go to a Fifth Ward church or they live in Fifth Ward or they went to Wheatley. I love when people talk about Fifth Ward because it reminds you that the membership is vast. And probably every community is represented in the membership. So it's just a great fit, and I'm super excited about it. I know that's going to turn us up, and it's Elevate How You Radio, but Elevate How You Festival too.
Hey.
And so I think it's a perfect combination.
Yes, absolutely. So I attended the community meeting last week, and it was just such an amazing, it's like watching representatives from multiple villages being there. And it just made me think of the saying, many hands make the work light. Talk to us about some of those organizations who are coming together to help make this event a success. Yeah,
I mean, we have tons of sponsors this year. I think we're right at over 100K for sponsorships.
Okay.
It's probably the most we've ever gotten with sponsorships. So we've attracted that. So thank you to all of our sponsors and anybody who came on to give resources to it. Precinct 1 is on board. District B is on board. But within the community, we have the Fifth Ward Chamber of Commerce. We have Pleasant Hill Church. We have it's a daycare. Miss Alice gonna kill me because I'm gonna forget the name right now. But there's a daycare involved, you know. And so even at our meetings, you saw. I mean, there are people that have been in Fifth Ward 80 years at that meeting. But you also got brand new people who just moved into a new townhouse at those meetings. And so it really is diverse.
Absolutely. So anything else just to kind of keep that excitement going over the next week until we all reconvene at the festival?
Time and date, everything.
Yeah, so Saturday, March 28th from 12 to 5, it's about the 3800 block of Lyons. We have several parking lots. Another thing is the churches give us their parking lots for the day. So parking is free. The festival is free. We want you to save your money so you can spend it with our vendors because it is an economic development opportunity for those people. The food trucks. Like I said, you have something for everyone, 4 stages of entertainment. It's going to be amazing. And then, I got to give a plug because Cupid is the headliner. And we did that because this year we really wanted to lean into line dancing.
Yes.
And so we tried line dancing last year, and we gave a whole hour to line dancing as a tribute to Sylvester Turner.
Yes.
And so it was very well received. The line dance community showed up and showed out. And so we were like, next year is all about line dancing. Yes. And so your fans going, and it's like tons of people because it eventually became just like a meetup for people because a lot of people do line dancing weekly or monthly, or you have these different groups that do line dancing. So it became a meetup for them, and so we wanted to lean into that. It was a lot of fun, and so with Cupid as a headliner with all his line dance hits, we were like, oh, this is the perfect year. So from 3 to 4, I love line dancing.
Yes.
And then 4 p.m. Cupid goes up on stage, and then I probably should say the other stages we have Trudy Lynn representing blues. She's Fifth Ward native, blues legend on the jam stage. We have Dez on that stage as well, and then Fifth Ward is about 50-50 Black and Latin and Hispanic, and so we also have Son de Acha, which is a Latin-based group that's going to be there. Batala, which is a Afro-Latin drumming. So it really is something for everyone. Oh yeah, we also have a salsa demonstration. Someone's gonna do about a 20-minute demonstration. If you want to do salsa, we have a Zumba. You must do salsa because I feel the judgment. I feel the judgment. He like, who is it? Let me see if I approve. Listen, if it's happening in Fifth Ward, it's the real deal. We don't play around. Everybody is bringing their best. Everybody bringing their best.
Yes, oh my goodness. Well, we are so excited. Any other questions from you, gentlemen?
Oh, no, I'm excited about the event. I'm going to bring my daughter. It's going to be family friendly.
Absolutely.
And everybody is welcome. Everybody is welcome. You know, the last thing I'll say is we also do a grand march through the festival footprint, and we kick it off with the Bayou City Brass Band, who we march through there and make a lot of noise to get us started. But we also give away awards, and we call them the Legends on Lions.
Okay.
And this year, the Legends on Lions is the Wheatley Alumni Association, Pleasant Grove church that was recently demolished, so we can remember the amazing impact that church had on the Fifth Ward community. Also, Wiley Henry, he's been involved in the festival, I think, since the first one. Tim Bay, who is an influencer who represents Fifth Ward incredibly, he's also one of our Legends on Lions. And so we also like to honor people in this moment as well.
Yeah.
We're looking forward, brother. Thank you so much.
And we might have a treat. We might have a treat. It might be a surprise. All I have to say is you have to be there at 11:30. It starts at 12, but the real moment is 11:30 because marching through the festival is really exciting, and we might have some TSU superstars with us in the march. We're still trying to get the approval.
Free treat. Like car keys under the seat.
Now listen, you heard me say we just not getting headliners. You know we ain't got no cars for people. I can't give you a car, but we can promise you a good time.
Yeah.
Brother, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank y'all for having me.
Appreciate what you're doing.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right, we'll be back. Don't you go away. You're listening to
Impact Houston
All right.
Perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm really like, don't look. When you see me at the line dancer, just know, separate the art from the artist.
Okay, let's do it. It's fun. It really is. It really is fun. It's very fun.